the next very important chapter, that is organizing. In the functions of management, there are 5 functions. First one is planning, second one is organizing, and the third one is staffing, fourth one is directing, and the last one is controlling. So the management are the day-to-day activities of the organization, and the managing of day-to-day activities deals with planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So first function, planning. Already we have discussed. So in the planning, meaning of planning, features of planning, then various types of plans, then process of planning, merits and demerits of planning, right? So already we have discussed. As we discussed in the planning chapter, the planning is very important to set the goals and objectives of the organization. Once goals and objectives have been established, or once the goals and objectives have been laid down, the next very important function, that is organizing. Organizing, the very important function. Why? Because after the planning, conversion of plans into action takes place through the secondary function of management, that is organizing. Without organizing, we cannot convert plans into action. So, where planning function ends, there organizing function starts. So here, what is organizing? Very simple. Organizing means a very essential function deals with converting top level plans into action, called organizing. What is organizing? Converting top level plans into action is called organizing. And let me give another meaning for the organizing. So organizing means after the planning, we need to organize certain resources. We need to organize certain resources to the organization, and we need to establish an organizational structure. After the establishment of structure, we should create and design the jobs. After the designing of jobs in the created organization structure, we should establish good communication system or the reporting system. So all these aspects, designing and developing of organization structure, designing and defining the jobs, establishing good network or a communication system between the levels of management, all these called organizing. Dear students, without organizing, we cannot ensure the smooth working conditions in the organization. Without organizing, we cannot promote smooth flow of day-to-day activities. Totally, to avoid unnecessary activities, to avoid confusions, and to make employee to go ahead with the day-to-day activities of the organization without any confusions, organizing is very important. And organizing provides very clear-cut instructions and required directions and ideas to the employees of the organization to attain the goals and objectives of the business. Now let me give the central meaning to the organizing. I have given one very simple, straightforward meaning. What is organizing? A secondary function of management deals with converting top-level plans into action. That is organizing. Let me give another meaning. What is organizing? Organizing is a process. Right? All the functions of the management occurs regularly, hence the process. Organizing is the process of identifying and grouping the activities to be performed. So here, what is organizing? Organizing is a process of identifying and grouping the activities to be performed in an organization in order to reach goals and objectives of the business. Is called organizing. But in your examination, NCERT textbook. As per NCERT textbook. NCERT. What is organizing as per NCERT textbook? As per NCERT. So here, organizing can be defined. I am telling you the meaning. So your meaning of organizing, very important question for 2 marks. And the section B, most expected and repeated question. What is organizing? According to NCERT, organizing can be defined. Organizing can be defined as a process. Organizing can be defined as a process that initiates implementation of plans. That initiates implementation of plans by clarifying jobs. By clarifying jobs and deploying resources effectively. By deploying resources effectively in an organization to reach goals and objectives. Very important meaning, very essential meaning, and very interesting. As per NCERT, organizing can be defined as a process. Means it is defined as a process. Let us come to know why it has been defined as a process. So organizing can be defined as a process that initiates. Which initiates? Organizing initiates. So that initiates implementation of plans. So organizing initiates implementation of plans means already I have given one very simple meaning. Organizing means converting plans into action. That means that initiates implementation of plans. Implementation of plans means converting plans into action or execution of plans. So organizing can be defined as a process that initiates implementation of plans. Implementation of plans means implementation of top level plans or implementation of formulated plans. How? By clarifying jobs. By clarifying jobs means by designing the jobs and by defining the work. Here clarifying jobs by creating jobs and by defining the work of each and every individual. By defining the work of each and every department. That is what clarifying jobs. Let me give an example. In the organization, we establish structure. In that structure, we construct various departments. Production department, finance, marketing, R&D, HR. Now, we give the clarity to each department. What is the work of production department? Purchase of raw material and production of products. Then what is the work of HRM or human resource department? Recruitment of employees and placing right candidate for the right job and employee development in organization. Then what is the job of finance department? Estimation of required funds, allocation of funds and mobilizing funds in organization. This is what? Clarifying jobs. Clear? So here organizing can be defined as a process that initiates implementation of plans by or through clarifying jobs and deploying resources. Dear students, here deploying means purchase of required resources and make use or make ready of those resources for the production. That is called deploying. Actually, the word deploying related to two aspects. One is purchase of required resources and make ready of resources for the day-to-day production. That is what deploying. Deploying resources means so many resources, man, material, machinery, equipment, technology. So your organizing can be defined as a process. Actually, it is a continuous process, never-ending process, ongoing process, regular process. It occurs regularly on day-to-day activities of the organization. After the planning, organizing. Where planning ends, their organizing starts. So organizing can be defined as a process that initiates implementation of plans by clarifying jobs and deploying resources effectively. Effectively means properly, perfectly, clearly, in a proper way. That is what effectively. In an organization, where deploying resources in an organization, why? To reach goals and objectives of the business. This is the meaning of organizing. Let me tell you the meaning once again. Organizing can be defined as a process that initiates implementation of plans by clarifying jobs and deploying resources effectively in an organization to reach goals and objectives of the business. This is the meaning of organizing as per NCERT. In your annual examination and in internal examinations, you must produce this meaning. So, the organizing, very important function. This is the secondary function of management, and organizing is the responsibility of middle level management. Do remember, students, planning is the function of top level management and organizing is the function of middle level management. Now, let me explain you the process of organizing. Process of students. Let us discuss the process of organizing. See, the process of organizing, there are 4 steps. 4 steps in the process of organizing. First one is identification and division of work, departmentalization, and the next one is assignment of duties. Assignment of work or duties. Assignment of work or duty. And the last one is establishment of good reporting system. Good reporting system. These are the 4 steps in the process of organizing. See, first one is identification and division of work. See, identification and division of work means identification of the organizational work. Identification of the organizational work and dividing organizational work as a specialized tasks. That is identification and division of work. For example, identification of work. What is the work of the organization? Example, producing 1000 soaps per day. Next, division of work means to produce 1000 soaps per day, we need so many departments. We need to design so many tasks. We need to design so many works in the organization. So that is what identification and division of work. Firstly, identification of entire organizational work. Division of work means the total organizational work will be divided as a smaller tasks. That is smaller specialized tasks. Specialized task means finance, marketing, R&D, HR, production. That is what identification and division of work. After the identification of organizational work and division of organizational work as a specialized tasks, next one is departmentalization. So your departmentalization after the division of work, grouping of similar activities under each functional department is called departmentalization. Do remember? Very important question. What is departmentalization? Departmentalization nothing but grouping of similar activities under each functional department. Under each functional department of the organization is called departmentalization. Example, grouping of similar activities under production department, grouping of similar activities under marketing, finance department, HR department and R&D department. That is what departmentalization. Next one is assignment of work or duty. After the departmentalization and grouping of activities under the each functional department, assignment of duties means distribution of work or assigning work to the each and every individual in the organization based on their qualifications, skill, experience, potentiality. That is what assignment of duty means. Assigning right work to the right person or giving right task to the right worker in the organization. That is what assignment of duty or assignment of work. Why assignment of work? In order to increase the efficiency and the productivity, assigning right work to the right person in the organization. And the last one is after assignment of work or a right duty to the right person in the organization, establishment of good reporting system. So establishment of good reporting system means establishing good communication system or the communication network between the management and employees and between the levels of management. That is what establishing good reporting system. It ensures who should inform to whom and who is responsible to whom. So that is what establishing good reporting system. Dear students, the very important question for 4 mark, process of organizing, most expected question in the process of organizing, identification and division of work, departmentalization, assignment of work or duty, establishment of good reporting system. Thank you, my dear students. Thanks for watching. Do share, subscribe and comment. Thank you. Thanks a lot.